Hiya, welcome to 3D Leisure at Home with me, Gail Hackness. So I'm just going to run through 9 exercises with you this morning that we're going to be doing in this Fat Burn Extreme. So FBX is a rest-based exercise, and all it means is giving it your hardest effort for 20 minutes. So we're going to push through this morning. I'll demo the exercises, and if you've been on before, you know that you do those with me. So that is your preparation for the actual main bit. There'll be different options. You can pick which one you want to do, whether you want to go harder, whether you want to go easier. And if you're doing on catch up, then the same, just rest when you need to rest. You don't get given them. And I'll be probably having a little few rest breaks, have a little drink of water in between, anything that makes you recover. So if you have to stop, take whatever, 10, 20, 30 seconds just to rest, then just come back in and then just push hard. So as I said, listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, take it down, and then just push through hard. As I said, it's 20 minutes. And once the music kicks in, guys, that's when you give it your all. And we'll start with a little, just like a standing little warm up, and then the demo, then 20 minutes hard push, then the lovely stretch, and then yay, we're done. So hopefully get sweaty. And I don't know about around with wherever you are today, but it's a gorgeous day here, so in Glasgow. So I am just going to warm you up quickly, just getting these muscles kind of warmed up before we start our demo. Okay team, so let's just go to it. Let's do a couple of squats. So we want to sit back, push out the hips, and then maybe speed these up a little bit just to get warmer quicker. And then we want to be doing little hamstring curls. So really stretching out the quads, kicking back to your bottom, digging the elbows back, get upper body warmed up as well. A bit of movement in here. And then we want to be doing little wider squats. Let the knees ride out in line with the toes. And as I said, there's only 9 in today. Sometimes we have 16 exercises, so not as many to get through. So jog it out on the spot, little jogs, and kick up your hands into, maybe touching the hands at the back, and then knees to the front. And if you want to go higher, knees, take them up, little jacks, lift your arms higher, and we want to be really bending now, so a little bit wider legs and the arms coming up and out, and jog it out, and let's just swivel. So down to 1 toe and back. Swivel the arms round. If you can't reach to where you can. And in the morning, sometimes you might feel it takes a little bit longer to warm up. So just listen to that body of yours and jog out. Just circle the arms forward, yeah? Big circles, and circle the arms backwards and across the chest, push back, cross, push, and ready. Okay, so the first exercises we have squat jumps. So these ones, you can jump high for your hardest, low for your easiest. So it's just a squat, power up, and try and land nice and lightly so that you protect your joints. If you don't want to jump high or not jump at all, then you can do a squat and onto toes, a squat, Try if you can, when you do your squat, that you come down in line with your knees, and then if you're jumping higher, as I said, it'll be harder. So do these demo with me, team, and get into the kind of rhythm of what you want to do here. V-sit single. We're sitting on the floor and the legs are up. So the legs are up and we push one leg out and back, straighten and back. Draw the belly button down, keep a space between the chin. And if you really can't manage this with the hands up in the air, then just take them down until you build up the strength. We're from bent 90-degree legs, turn out and in on one leg, then the other. So that one is your V-sit single. Your plyo combo, we stand out with the feet. So we go out for 2 and in for 2. And then we do a little split jump. So it's just a plyo jump. Your outs and ins, if you stay down lower and go faster, it'll be harder. And your lunges, you want to be jumping if possible. If that's too difficult, don't jump as high. And if you have knee issues and you can't do lunges, then we can just do your tap back. Always options, guys. Arm rotation plank. We are down in a plank position and we're doing like a little backward swim. So we're down in the plank, bottom down, and then tummy up, and then we lift one arm all the way around and back, trying to keep the hips level to the floor. And an easier version of that, don't have the bottom up, sink down with the hips, draw the stomach up, and just do your arm rotation backwards. So high knees, we did at the start. So literally just bringing the knees up to the front, and the higher the knees come up, the harder. And if you really don't want to jump at all, an easier version of that will be your match. And then we have an oblique plank. So I'm going to give you choices again on the oblique plank, because if you haven't done them before, then you might want to keep one knee on the floor. So your easier version will be knee on the ground, lifting up. Now your choice to whether you want to do a down and up. I breathe in, down, breathe out, push up. So you can do that. Second hardest, one foot on top of the other, either a static plank or a down and up. Hardest of all, feet stacked on top of one another. Saying hardest of all, it wouldn't be. Hardest of all would be a full arm plank. And again, you can do this one from the knee. So loads of options there for your plank. Come round to the other side. Pick one you think is going to be your hardest. So if you're on a full arm, it's harder to balance. And if you're on an elbow, sometimes you might have a wrist injury. Then obviously, then you wouldn't be maybe feeling that you can sort of stick with this one. You want to come down onto the elbow. So the next one we have snowboard rotations. This is where you squat. So I'll go harder down to easier. So harder is a real powerful jump up like a little coil spring, squatting from one side to the other. Easier is not jumping as high and squatting as low. And if you do have, if you feel that that makes you giddy when you turn, then you can either just stay to the front or take out the jump completely by doing a squat onto toes. And we have flutter kicks. So flutter kicks, we are lying on the floor, hands underneath the bottom, or underneath lower back, or to the side of the body. Head is rested, legs out, and we pretend that we're splashing water. We kick, 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 so you can go fast. If the legs are higher, and if they're slightly bent, that will be your easier version. And if they're lower and out straight, you might want to point your toes. And we just work through that one. Punch it is 8 punches to the front and 4 split jumps. So 8 punches of your choice. So think of, you really want to go for it, so you do 8 punches of your choice, and then you do 4 split jumps, again nice and low or not as low, will be easier, tap backs easier, and then you land up probably on the opposite leg, and you just want to punch and mean your punches for 8, and then your 4 jumps, and that is it, guys. So have a quick little mini stretch. Get that foot forward, lean on that bent leg, draw the belly button up, push your bottom back and scoop it up at the same time to the ceiling. Flat back and change it. Pushing back that bottom, small little tilt, and then we take it wide legs. Wiggle out your legs as wide as you want to go. Drop down the chest, drop down the head, drop down the arms. Allow your back to lengthen, hamstrings, inner thighs. And then, nice and slowly, bring your feet in and out, bring yourself back up. And then we want to do heel to bottom. So you might want to have your arm out, holding on to the tip of the ear, holding on to a wall, 2 hands. Anyone just to stretch out, keep your knee down in line with the other one. And then the other side. If you're hopping around, don't worry about it. It can be a hoppy Thursday. Really drag in that heel tight and stretch out to the front. Whew. Breathe out and take it back, lift. Are you ready to go? Yeah. Get that arm up, take a deep breath in, breathe out, take it over, and then lift up, take it over the other side on out breath, and we are ready. So if you have a drink any time, whenever you want one, stop, grab a drink, have rest, meant to be rest-based exercise, and because I don't give you them, doesn't mean that you don't take them. So we're going to have this music on now, guys. I want you to really work hard and work through it. As I said, it's only 20 minutes to push really, really hard. We are starting with your squat jumps. So jump as high as you can from the beginning. Max workout. And
for an extreme piriformis workout.
Okay.
Starting with leg blast.
Oh. It's not that one. Excuse me 1 second. Giving you the wrong one there. That was not the one I was wanting. So, this one, by the way, I forgot to say, is called Talus, and let's see.
This is the Fat Burn Extreme Talus workout.
Yay!
Starting with squat jumps.
Squat jumps. You were doing it on the team there. So we are jumping. Now we're doing good, staying away 9 exercises and doing something totally different. Push high. Woo! Good way to wake us up this morning. Really push. Woo!
V-sit single.
Okay, remember those legs up in the air for easier. Hands up, push out and in. 1 leg out and back. You can have the hands out, you can have them crossed, or you can have them on the floor behind if you want to make this easier. Really squeeze that belly button down, team. Woo!
Squat jumps.
Back to squat jumps. Okay. How high you want to go is your choice. If you feel it's too much, take it down a bit. You can even slow it right down. If you feel it's too difficult or you have knee issues, don't give up, just take rest. Come up onto your toes. Back on the floor. Are we ready, team? Woo. Really squeeze. Keep a little space underneath the chin. A little chin up. Woo. Space of maybe an apple. Okay, we're out, in with the legs. So out wide step, in step, 2 split jumps. Out, in, and keep this going. So, the lower you stay in your outs and ins and your split jumps, the harder to be. But you want to jump high.
Arm rotation plank.
Plank. Remember, thumb down, backward. So, try and keep the shoulders level. Knees to floor is your easier option. Belly button up though. Try and keep the head as an extension of your spine. So it's a nice straight line.
Squat jumps.
Back up. Woo! Land. Nice and quiet. Woo-woo! Push it. Good wake up. Belly button in tight always.
V-sit single.
Especially on this one. Are we ready? Okay, are those legs up? Hands can be behind, on the floor if it's too hard. Get your balance. I breathe out as I push out. Don't hold your breath.
Plyo combo.
Split jumps with 4s. 1, 2, 2 jumps. So really low, low, wider, harder. Go team.
Arm rotation plank.
Okay, plank. So don't forget, knees is your easiest. Try and keep hips and shoulders in line level to the floor. Harder, we are up, we are down with the belly, down with the bottom, up to the belly button. Breathe out, in.
High knees.
Okay, knees to the front. So harder, faster, quiet still on those toes. Come on, you can go faster.
Squat jumps.
Back to jumps. Now you want to max. So you might be really powering up here if you are working your max. Everybody's max is different. It might be lower and not jumping as high.
Sit single.
Bottom down. Work this core, guys. Hands wherever. Woo! Come on, feeling it. Yes. Let's get working this core. Woo!
Plyo combo.
1, 2 out in. Your 2 lunges low if possible. Come on, wider, lower. You can do this. Push through.
Arm rotation plank.
Plank. Bottom down. And we are going for it. Knees to the floor if it's too hard. Left. Big circles.
High knees.
Here we go, to the front with those knees. Yes. How high can those knees come? Higher. Harder. Lower, easier. Woo!
Oblique plank right.
Okay, right. So show elbow. That's one option. Harder. 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 And down up if you want. I'd read out as a push up.
Oblique plank left.
Other side. So these are your options. Or foot in front. If it's too hard, stack on top. Or knee to floor. If it's all too hard. You can have a starter hold. Your hips should be above one another.
Squat jumps.
Here we go, from the top thighs. Squat jumps. Woo! Come on. Push now. Come on, team. How high can you jump? Do you need a rest? Have a drink if you need a rest. Water is always good. Woo! Come on. Come and push. Excuse me.
Plyo combo.
Outside in then. Ooh. Don't forget, lunges, nice and low. Come on, work hard. Push now, whatever's your hardest.
Rotation plank.
Plank it. Option, knees. Think of swimming, backward stroke. Don't lift. Keep the shoulder down as much as you can. Toes harder.
High knees.
Get those knees up. Come on. Push it now. Are you sweaty? Yes. I know I am. Woo. Come on, legs. Higher knees.
Oblique plank right.
Right elbow or full arm. Woo. You can be on elbow if you prefer. On knee on the floor. Touch now. We'll get.
Oblique plank left.
Other side. Quick change. Woo. Get your balance. Unlike me. Woo. Push. Nice tight belly button. Come up.
Snowboard rotation.
Okay, down this little mountain. Remember, squat one side, jump squat the other. Squat, squat. If you want to make it harder, arms out team. Keeping the arms out makes it a little bit harder. If you don't want to turn side to side, face forward.
Kicks.
What was this? Flutter kicks. On the floor. Get kicking. Splashing. Let's think we're in the pool. Oh, in the sun. We can all dream. Woo-hoo! Splash. Kick it.
Punch it.
Okay. 8 punches. 4 split jumps. Punch for 8. 4 split jumps. Low.
Arm rotation plank.
Back down your plank. Is that belly got you pulling up? You can go slow or fast. Knees or toes.
High knees.
Knees, guys. How are you doing? Are you giving it your all? Are those knees higher? Just go for it. Pull up. Woo! Nice and high. Keep it going.
Oblique plank right.
Right side. Arm, hand or elbow. Push. Or static hold. So many different options. You go your hardest. Push now. Full arm harder.
Plank left.
Other side. Push. Woo! Make sure your hips are in line with your toes on the shoulder. One hip on top of the other. Don't lean back to the top hip. Keep front facing. Woo!
Snowboard rotations.
Down this mountain, either hands or hands. Jump. Let's max it out then. Yay, higher, go for it. Push, push.
Flutter kicks.
Down. Splash it. Woo! Head rested. Kick in. Come on, kick, 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 kick. Belly in. Pull level to spine. Woo! Push.
Punch it.
Punch 8. Go. 4 split jumps. 8 punches. 4.
High knees.
Knees. Lift higher. Push. Come on. Up, 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 up. How high can you go with those knees? Go for it. Higher. Or lower.
Oblique plank right.
Woo! Right side. Down up if you want. Arm on top of each other. Pull the belly in. Down up if you want. I breathe out as a push up. Don't hold your breath.
Oblique plank left.
Left side. And sliding. Woo. Really, really focus in tummy. Really push if you're pushing up.
Snowboard rotations.
Down the mountain. Look forward as you land. Stop you getting dizzy. Face the front if you want. Hands over, higher jump. Keep it going. I am so thirsty this morning.
Flutter kicks.
Get to it, guys. We started kicking. Yes. Woo! Keep it going. Toes splashing. Tummy down. Breathe.
Punch it.
8 punches. Four split jumps. Lean your punches.
Oblique plank lift.
Left side now. Go team. Come on. Work your max. Whatever that might be. Push. If it's too sore on the hand, elbow. Push.
Snowboard rotations.
Here we go. Side to side. Push the bottom back as you land. Options.
Flutter kicks.
Go for it. We are down, we are up, we are down, we are up. Push. Kick. Woo. Faster. Come on. Work those legs to work the tummy. Belly button down.
Punch it.
Punch. 8. Big forward jumps.
Snowboard rotations.
Go for it. Yay. What have you got left in the tank? Power. Go team. Come on, push, push. Are you pushing that bottom back? Are you squatting low? Yes. Push.
Flutter kicks.
Here we go. Whoa, tummy work today. Take it. Leading on your plank rotation, your tummy's working hard. Push it. And your side planks, your waist, your obliques. Push. Woo!
Punch it.
Punch it. Woo! Big jumps. Woo! Over you, I am boiling. Push. Well done. Now that was only 20 minutes.
For an extreme talent.
So hopefully you pushed hard. This is where you are having a nice little drink of water. Come on. Let's get this half jet down. So you know, if you go back on and you do this one, you try and push a little bit harder again. So it never gets easier when you're doing your max training. You always jump higher, go faster, or really just whatever energy you've got on that day, you give it your all. You always want to stretch after you've worked those muscles. So now, as at the beginning, but really on out breath, start to kind of push down Don't round this back. If you want your toe down flat, that is fine. But really think of this bottom pushing to the back wall and lifting to the ceiling at the same time. Oh, breathe out, push down the chest. Really get into this hamstring, right into the butt. So really right to the head of that hamstring. You want to get it lengthened, stretch out that muscle. And it's worked hard, it's been squeezed throughout. So we want to lengthen it. Breathe out, push down, breathe in, hold. Let that muscle get used to that little stretch. And then you make it a little bit more stretchy, pushing down. Lengthening each time. Really lift that bottom and hold it. Breathe through it, don't hold your breath. And then we're going to come into our wide legs. So we want to be coming down, elbow onto knee, and just allow yourself to drop down here to feel this inner thigh stretch. If you want your hands on the floor, take your hands on the floor. If you want to swivel over onto your heel and come down lower, you can do that. Wherever you feel a stretch. If your hands are on the floor, you can walk them across to the other side. If they're in the air, you can come down with the elbow or the hands, or swivel onto the heel, push down. Anything that feels good for you, and then come back and then widen your legs, wiggle them out. Let's take the fingertips forward, stretch the fingertips out to the front, drop the chest down, head in between the arms, push that bottom back, feel the stretch, right up on the inner thighs and on the back, because you're lengthening this head forward. And then take the hands flat onto the floor, push the bottom right back, palms down if you can. And if you can't, just reach to where you can. Bring the hands back, wiggle your feet in and out till they come back to hip width apart. And then just allow your body to hang. If you want to hug and draw yourself down towards the legs, you can hug behind the legs, or you can just hang. On out breath, we want to roll up slow, drawing the belly button up first, pushing the back up, getting that arch into the spine, and just rolling up head last. So we want to stretch the waist, feet hip width apart. We want to lift up the arm on in breath, wrist, and then up and over. If you don't want to hold your wrist, then just stretch. And then we want to come back. That was Talas, that was tough, guys. Really, really good for the tummy, the obliques today. 9 exercises and working head to toe. Excellent. Hopefully you gave it your all there. So we really want to stretch this waist. Really want to stretch the front of the legs. So we want to be grabbing that foot in now, pushing the hips out to the front. And if you want to hold on to something, you can. If you want a really big stretch, 2 hands if you can balance. Really, really squeeze that heel tight into that bottom. And if you can't reach, just take the foot to wherever you can. And if you're finding this, if you haven't done it before and you're finding you can't even get the heel up, next time get a little belt or something, hook it around your foot and just drag the foot up. So we are looking to push your hip out to the front. And I've got a slight bend on my supporting leg. I'm really squeezing, but I'm not taking the knee away from centre point. My knee is down, my hips are pushing out. And I'm really squeezing tight here to get the front of the quads to lengthen right into this little hip. So we have a couple of minutes so we can just stretch out into the hip. So we're just pushing the foot back to a wide little stance. And then we're bending the front leg, bending the back leg. and the front of the aim is to drop this knee down towards the floor whilst keeping your body upright. We want to get right into the front of this hip to stretch. Your hip flexor, really lengthen it. Done a lot of squat jumps there. And then we're just going to come up and just bring the foot in a bit closer just so we can set the heel down at the back. And breathe out, push the arms forward, upper body and lower body. So we're stretching the calf, head dropping to stretch the neck. And then we're going to change the feet. Other foot forward, wide sort of legs. Drop your knee down at the back, body upright. Think of like on a string ceiling, all the way down to the middle of the body. Dropping down low and out breath. We'll take the chest stretch and front of the shoulders. So push the shoulders down, interlock the fingers and lift as we stretch. Hip, chest and front of the shoulders. Head up on this one. And then coming back up. Stretching the head over to one side. Dropping sort of head towards the shoulder. Pushing the palm down, really lengthen across the top of the shoulders here. Might have been holding tension in your neck on your abs work. Head over the other side, push down the palm, lift the fingers. Well done team, done so good. I'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Oh yeah. So tomorrow, classes all day on the 3D leisure page. Red Nose Day, Comic Relief. So if you have any spare dosh, just please give anything, and there'll be classes throughout the day. I will be on at 12 and I'll be back on at 3 to do an ab attack, so fitness classes at 12. But please go on, have a look at the classes. They are amazing classes all day, and hopefully you join us for that and have an excellent day, and wear red for that if possible, and have a good one today, and I'll be back tomorrow. And well done, did great there. Thanks, bye.